Hello, welcome back. This is Wency from Wency's Toys channel, and today I will be reviewing the Lego set 76240, the Batmobile Tumbler from the year 2021. So let's get right to it. Oh, and before I forget, please hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video, and please hit subscribe as more than 90% of my viewers have not yet subscribed, and it would help me a lot in bringing you more content like this in the future. Thank you very much. Okay, first up, let's take a look at the minifigures. So like all the Batman vehicles UCS sets, this Batmobile Tumbler also has two minifigures. So of course one of them is Batman, and of course this Batmobile Tumbler would have Heath Ledger's The Joker, because Batman Begins, Ra's al Ghul doesn't really look like extraordinary. So as you can see here, he has the stylings of Heath Ledger's Joker, which is a little bit more maniacal, I would say. Not really sure why they went for the green hair, because as far as I can remember, he really doesn't have thoroughly green hair in the movie. But of course, he has his purple and green suit piece, and I like the printing at the legs, so that looks a little bit better. And of course, he has a secondary face here. And yeah, just to compare it to the other Jokers from the other UCS sets. So here are Jack Nicholson's Jokers from the 1989 Batmobile and Batwing UCS set. So yes, it's very, very pretty good looking minifigure. And comparing it to the 1966 Batmobile, here's Sid Romero's Joker. So of course, the other minifigure would be Batman, since this is the Batmobile. So this is the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight's trilogy Batman here. So he has this much more modernized suit, so it has a lot of more the armoring, and I like it that they actually did the leg printing here as opposed to the smaller Batman Tumbler set that has just plain black pants there. And as you can see, it has a different styling for the torso. The smaller set has a much more simpler torso printing, but it's a little bit more armored and better in the UCS print. So also, as my main complaint about this Batman is that they only used the single hole punch cape, so it doesn't really fall off that beautifully. And then looking at the back, of course, also nice back printing here. Very, very cool back printing with the armor plating. And of course, he has a secondary face as well. And comparing it to the 1989 Batman here and the 1966 Batman, as you can see, I like that they have all of these very detailed printing in this Batmobile Tumbler set. And now onto the main build. So if you've owned the 2014 Tumbler 76023, it's pretty much the same. So this 2021 remake of that model just improved on some of the aspects of the Tumbler, but overall it's the same. So if you have that 2014 model, you can skip this one unless you like the minifigures, but probably you can just get them off of the second hand market or of the on some other means to get those figures. So the main differences that I've seen, I didn't own the older model, that's why I picked this up. And the main differences are this front piece here. It's a printed piece now. It's a printed window piece, so it's not a sticker. And some of the gribbling here at the sides for the armor plating. Like previously it had this same wedge here as part of the gribbling, but now it's a little bit more plated off, I would say, instead of a big bulky plain or a big bulky wedge on the top of here. But almost everything else is the same. And from when I was building this, I pretty much liked how it was big and bulky. It is a tank. That was how the Tumbler was envisioned to be. It was supposed to be a military vehicle that has a lot of armor plating but better maneuverability. The one thing though that I didn't like and they didn't improve on from the 2014 model is that they should have given a lot more suspension for the wheels here, because it is a tank that's supposed to be more maneuverable out in the battlefield. But as you can see, there is no suspension whatsoever on the front wheels. And at the back, they do put something like suspension here, but there is no suspension. Like, it's all flat. It would have been nice if they put real suspension springs here so that this can really move like how it's supposed to be, like in the movies. But yeah, it was such a wasted effort that they only put mimic suspensions here. It would have been nice if this really had a lot more suspension and a lot more give than the original model. They should have improved it that way, and that would probably have made it sell more than probably what it would be selling right now, because people who have already the older model, the 2014 model, would probably not pick this up anymore. So it's really for only those like me who didn't get the previous model before or lucked out on not having the previous model. And here is a length comparison between the 2021 Tumbler and the 1989 Batmobile from 2019. And of course, we all know that the 1989 Batmobile was actually size compared, or was built primarily on the size difference between the actual Batmobile and the 2014 Tumbler. So they at least made the same proportions for this remake. And this is the length, and I've centered it through the rear axle. So as you can see, of course, the 1989 Batmobile is longer than the Tumbler, which how it's supposed to be. And that's it for my review of the Batmobile Tumbler. And yeah, it's a short review, but there's really nothing more to say about it. If you're a Batman fan, then of course you would pick this up. But again, like I said, if you already had the previous model, there's not much here to warrant another purchase unless you are truly a big fan and wouldn't mind to add another purchase for it. So if you've liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, as it would help me a lot in making more future content like this for you in the future. Thank you very much.